What's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. Listen, man, I know y'all like, yo, L, what is you about to do to us? Trying to get your brain jump started for the week. Get you motivated, get you ready to be able to tackle everything that's going to be thrown at you this week. And why not start that off with some riddles, man? This is 7 mystery riddles only 5% can solve. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be right there with y'all struggling with these. Some of y'all are gonna get them and y'all are geniuses, man, but y'all get to watch. You have the benefit of watching me struggle. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get your mind right. I'm trying to be healthy. I'm getting back in my, going through my health phase. I'm gonna say it's a phase because it may be around for a little minute. You know how you fall off the wagon sometime, but right now, as of right now, I'm on my health kick right now. I'm on my health kick. I'm drinking some Arden's Garden this morning. If y'all know what that is or you're a fan of them, shout outs to them, man. This is not an ad or nothing like that. But I'm drinking one of their vegetable juices right now. This has cucumbers, celery, apple juice, spinach, kale, and ginger. The ginger give it that kick, though. That's why I'm struggling with it. I'm trying to get it down, but that ginger give it that kick, bro. It's tough going down, but it's all right, though. Whew. Yeah, but anyway, man, we're gonna get into this video. All right, what is this? Oh, I said the title already. My bad. Let's go.
Yes, can do. We found several riddles that only a few people can figure out. Do you feel brave enough to crack them? Then go ahead and test your detective skills with these riddles. After each riddle, you'll be given 15 seconds to find the answer. Here we go. Number 7, jailbreak. Jack is placed in a cell with a dirt floor and only one window positioned so high.
Dirt floor, shovel. We digging our way out. We passed this riddle right here, no problem. We digging our way out, fam.
No one could reach it. The cell is empty except for a shovel. It's hot and dry there, but Jack won't get any food or drink anytime soon. He has only 2 days to break out of the jail. If not, he'll die. We know what you have immediately thought, but no, digging a tunnel is not an option as it will take more than 2 days. So, how should Jack escape the cell? What's your guess? Don't forget, you can pause the video to have more time to...
Oh, you right, I'm gonna pause the video. Dang, I thought we had that one. I thought we had that one in the bag, fam. Listen, all right, we got a shovel, dirt floor. We got this window here. How are we getting out of here? And you got 2 days. 2 days. Well, he threw me off with not being able to dig a tunnel or dig a hole out and go downward. That look like a cinder block wall, so he ain't chipping that away in no 2 days, bro. It's not happening. Damn. What now? What can he do? He looked like he could fit through that hole, don't he? To me, he looked like he could fit through that hole. I think he could fit through that hole. His head is huge, but I think he can fit through that hole. Maybe stand up on that shovel, lean it up, stand it up, or kind of build something up towards it, like build something, maybe stack some, look like he got rocks around on the floor, mixed with some dirt or something. Maybe he try that and get up out. I don't know, but I'm mad they took away my thought of digging a hole.
Good thing. All set? Here's the answer. Well, the way out for Jack turned out to be a piece of cake. He had to use the shovel to make a pile of dirt under the window, climb on it, and escape from the cell. Seriously, who secures prisoners this way?
I mean, mean, I kind of said that, right? I was like rock and dirt because I saw the little pebble rock. So I thought it might be some more around there. Build that up maybe with some dirt and stuff and build. So I kind of got that right. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I got that right? Yeah. I don't care what y'all say. I'm taking credit for that one.
All right, number 6. A stolen necklace. Mrs. Smith went to the police claiming that her vintage necklace was missing. The woman was upset. When the police arrived, they saw no signs of a break-in, no messed up locks, no misplaced doors. Only one window was broken. There was a total mess inside the house and dirty footprints all over the floor. Surprisingly, the next day, Mrs. Smith was arrested for fraud. Why?
Wait, what? We gotta hear that one more time. Hold on, y'all. I'm one of those. Can you repeat the question? Type of person.
Necklace. Mrs. Smith went to the police claiming that her vintage necklace was missing. The woman was upset. When the police arrived, they saw no signs of a break-in, no messed up locks, no misplaced doors. Only one window was broken. There was a total mess inside the house and dirty footprints all over the floor. Surprisingly, the next day, Mrs. Smith was arrested for fraud. Why?
She was arrested for fraud. She was arrested for fraud. She wasn't arrested for breaking and entering. I was gonna say that wasn't her house. She was arrested for fraud though. Only one window broken, some footprints. I don't know, this one got me stumped. It was that little hole only looked like an animal can get through that little break-in hole right there. Some footprints right there at the door. The next day, Ms. Smith was arrested for fraud. The next day, she was arrested for fraud. I don't know, this one got me stumped. Why was she arrested for fraud? Like, she probably staged it, like she did it herself. You know what I'm saying? To make it look like she had been robbed, but she hadn't. And she hadn't. She did that herself. She did that herself. She stole a necklace. Maybe her neighbor caught her or something like that. I don't know. Let's see.
Are you ready there? 5 seconds left. Here's the answer. The police were sure that Mrs. Smith lied to them because the window was broken from the inside. If it had been broken from the outside, little pieces of glass would have been on the room's floor.
I kind of got that right too now. I said she did it. She did it. Like that little small little area, she did it. I figured she did it. So that's, hey, I'm taking credit for that one too. I'm 2 for 2. Says she did it.
5. Murder at school. On the first day of the school year, a geography teacher was murdered. The police had as many as 4 suspects. They were the gardener, the math teacher, the coach, and even the school principal. Yeah, I vote for the principal. Now, the sticking point was that they all had alibis. The gardener was cutting bushes, the math teacher was holding a mid-year test, the coach was playing basketball, the principal was in the office. Despite this, the killer was arrested immediately. Can you guess who killed the geography teacher and how the police solved the mystery? You have 15 seconds.
Who killed the geography teacher? Now, The gardener, the math teacher, the coach, and even the school principal are suspects. The gardener, the math teacher, the coach, and even the school principal. Geography teacher. Who would he have? Who would a geography teacher have beef with? Who would he have beef with? Geography. Probably the gardener. I would say the gardener. That's what I would say. The gardener probably did him in. They probably got into some kind of way, talks about geography. Yeah, I would say the gardener probably did him in. The sticking point was... All right.
Seconds to find the killer.
I'm gonna say the gardener. That's what I'm gonna go with.
The killer was the math teacher. According to his own words, he was holding a mid-year test, but the crime happened on the first day of the school year. He needs to...
Oh, for real? The crime happened on the first day. See, I guess we didn't listen to all of the clues correctly. Dang, I ain't catch that.
learn how to lie better, don't you think? Number 4.
All right, so right now I'm 2 out of 3. I'm 2 out of 3 right now. All right, I really gotta listen. That's what it is. I wasn't listening.
A lonely man. A lonely old man lived in his house in the suburbs of a city.
A lonely old man lived in his house in the suburbs of a city. Okay.
He led a quiet life. Perhaps he was a homebody, as he never left his dwelling for long. It was a midsummer Friday when the mailman walked by and called out for the man. There was no answer coming from inside the house. The mailman looked into the window and, oh no, saw the man in a pool of blood. When the policeman arrived, he found Tuesday's newspaper, 2 bottles of warm milk, and 1 bottle of cold milk. The next day, the killer was arrested. Do you know how the police found out who it was so quickly?
All right, let's hear it one more time, y'all. Because we know that's what it's in the details.
And a lonely old man lived in his house in the suburbs of a city.
A lonely old man. Now, he could have died of old age. A lonely old man lived in a house in the suburbs of a city. In the suburbs of a city. I don't sound right neither.
He led a quiet life. Perhaps he was a homebody, as he never left his dwelling for long.
He led a quiet life. Perhaps he was a homebody, as he never left his dwelling for long. Never left his dwelling for long.
It was a midsummer Friday when the mailman walked.
It was a midsummer Friday when the mailman walked by, but it's Tuesday's newspaper.
Walked by and called out for the man. There was no answer coming from inside the house. The mailman looked into the window and, oh no, saw the man in a pool of blood. When the policeman arrived, he found Tuesday's newspaper, 2 bottles of warm milk, and 1 bottle of cold milk. The next day, the killer was arrested. Do you know how the police found out who it was so quickly?
I'm lost. Killer was arrested the next day. Two bottles of warm milk, 2 bottles of cold milk.
What is your idea?
I have not a clue, bro. I am so lost on this one. I ain't ashamed to tell you. Huh? Tuesday's newspaper. There are 2 bottles of warm milk, 2 bottles of cold milk. It was a midsummer Friday. Like, I'm all over the place, bro. I have no clue.
Five seconds remaining. Can you see the answer? It was obviously the mailman. He knew that no one in that house would read a newspaper on Wednesday or Thursday. That's why he came only on Friday. Number 3.
Seriously.
2 pills. A serial killer had a particular practice going. He kidnapped people and made them take one of 2 pills.
See, all right. Let's make sure we read the question right, y'all. Serial killer had a particular practice going on. He kidnapped people and made them take one of the 2 pills. Okay.
One was harmless, the other was poisonous. Whichever pill a victim took, the serial killer took the other one. Then the scheme repeated itself continuously. Victims took their pills with water and died. The killer repeatedly survived. How did he always get the harmless pill? Good luck. Your time has started. He kidnapped people and made them take one of 2 pills.
He kidnapped people, made them take 1 or 2 pills. Okay.
One was harmless, the other was poisonous. Whichever pill a victim took, the serial killer took the other one. Then the scheme repeated itself continuously. Victims took their pills with water and died. The killer repeatedly survived. How did he always get the harmless pill?
Because he didn't take it with water. Whatever they took and they took it with water, it activated it, right?
Good luck. Your time has started.
They took theirs with water, he didn't. They have water, he doesn't. That's what I'm guessing.
Here's the answer. The serial killer was tricking people. The poison was in the glass of water his victims drank, not in the pill. Oh, that stinks.
I ain't say it correctly the way they phrased it, but I'm taking credit for that one now. I'm what? I'm 3 of 5. Let's see. I got 3 right, 2 wrong. All right. So I'm ahead right now by 1. It's close. It's only like what, 7? All right.
So unfair. Anyway, number 2, frozen windows. Once, on a cold winter day, a tragedy happened. John found his friend dead in his own house.
In whose house? In his.
A tragedy happened. John found his friend dead in his own house. John called the police and said he was just passing by Jack's house when he decided to drop by to see him. He had been knocking and ringing the bell for a long time. However, all was silent. Perhaps Jack wasn't at home. But John could very well see the light in the room through a frozen window. He breathed on the ice window glass and saw Jack on the floor. Unexpectedly for John, the police arrested him as the main suspect. Why? 15 seconds to go.
He breathed on the window's glass. Let's see. Frozen windows. Yeah, if you breathe on a frozen window from the outside, that's not gonna unfreeze the other side, is it? Like, you still ain't gonna be able to see in the window, right? You have to do that from the inside, don't you? His story is bad. Let me see.
Day, a tragedy happened. John found his friend dead in his own house. John called the police and said he was just passing by Jack's house when he decided to drop by to see him. He had been knocking and ringing the bell for a long time. However, all was silent. Perhaps Jack wasn't at home. But John could very well see the light in the room through a frozen window. He breathed on the ice window glass and saw Jack on the floor. Unexpectedly for John, the police arrested him at—
Yeah, it's something to do with that window, bro. He said he breathed on it from the outside. That's not going to show you the inside. You're not going to be able to see him.
as the main suspect. Why? 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, I'm not like, yeah, your story is flawed, bro. Like, you breathe on a glass window from the outside, that's not gonna do anything, I don't think. Just me guessing, I don't know though, but let's see.
Only 5 seconds left. Obviously, John hasn't thought his legend through. He wouldn't be able to unfreeze the window glass because it's usually icy on the inside. And finally, number 1, chemical substances. A famous—
All right, hold on now. Let me dust my shoulders off. As if you're feeling like a pimp, go on, brush your shoulders off. Listen. Now, I'm what was I? Before I was 3, 5. I got 3 right, 2 wrong. Now I got 4 right, 2 wrong. All right, so this is the last one, baby. Either way, I'm going out on top. I'm going out on top. As long as I'm above 500, you know what I'm saying? So listen.
Number 1, chemical substances. A famous chemist was murdered in his lab. There was no evidence found except for a piece of paper with the names of chemical substances on it. On the day he was murdered, the chemist had only 3 visitors: his wife Mary, his nephew Nicholas, and his friend Jonathan. The police arrested the murderer right away. How did they know who it was? A little hint. Pay closer attention to the note.
Carbon, oxygen, nickel. Lanthanum, sulfur. Carbon, oxygen, nickel. Lanthanum, sulfur. And who was the people? Mary, Nicholas, and his friend. His wife, his nephew, and his friend. Let's hear it one more time.
Chemical substances. A famous chemist was murdered in his lab. There was no—
All right, a famous
chemist was murdered in his lab.
A famous chemist. All right, so we know he's famous. He was murdered in his lab. All right.
There was no evidence found except for a piece of paper with the names of chemical substances on it.
Piece of paper. A famous chemist. Piece of paper with substances on it.
On the day he was murdered, the chemist had only 3 visitors: his wife Mary, his nephew Nicholas, and his friend Jonathan. The police arrested the murderer right away. How did they know who it was? A little hint. Pay closer attention to the note.
There's a shadow on the note, too. His wife, his friend, and his nephew. Carbon, oxygen, sulfur. What am I missing? What am I missing? I'm missing something. Carbon, oxygen, nickel, but it's not that. Hey, everybody would read the words and try to figure out from there. But it's gotta be like, it's a shadow on there too. Summer. How did they know who it was though? Look how he laying. Sure.
Who it was? A little hint. Pay closer attention to the note.
It looked like, it must be his wife, because it looked like a mitten shadow. The shadow of a mitten. Don't that look like an oven mitt shadow? It could be the wife because of oven mitt shadow. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see.
The answer is hidden in the note. This piece of paper had a clue. If you combine the short names of the chemical substances on the paper, you'll get a name. NICOLAS. Even dying, this man remained a real chemist. Speaking of chemists, here's one for you. Johnny was a chemist's son, but Johnny is no more. For what he thought was H2O was H2SO4, which is of course sulfuric acid. Oops. Well, did you manage to solve these detective riddles?
All right, man, I went 4 for 3. There was no way I was getting that. Listen, man, I've watched Breaking Bad several times, but I don't have these chemical short names down like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just on the early stages of making meth. Y'all gotta bear with me on that, you know what I mean? But listen, man, keep it real with me. Y'all saw mine up front. How many I got right, how many I got wrong. It was on full display. Hey, I'm still 1 up, so I think I did pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get at me, keep it real, be honest. Let me know how many you got right, and let me know if you like the video. Till the next reaction, man, I'm out. Peace. Y'all stay solid. Hey.